All right, we've got the Xbox Series X all hooked up here. Super exciting to get into what next gen is going to bring. As a PC builder for the past 25 years or so, it's really exciting to see both the Xbox and the PlayStation getting closer to PC kind of builds. The thing is, with these having typical 5, 7 year lifespans and these console generations, of course, PC pulls ahead already and will pull ahead over the next couple of years, but it's not really so much about that. The features packed into the Series X and the PlayStation 5 are absolutely fantastic for people at that price point. $499 or $399 for the PlayStation Digital, and you get what would cost well over $1,000, in some cases $2,000 to build a PC. So really exciting to be able to check this out. Now I've got comparisons. I'm downloading Valhalla right now, Watch Dogs. I'm going to be comparing to the One X. I'm going to be comparing older games. I'm going to be comparing the Auto HDR a little bit. We're going to have a lot of fun making videos over the next few weeks and probably a few years for this console as well as the PlayStation 5 when it comes this week. So I wanted to show you just a little bit while I've got games downloading and while I'm getting ready to really dive into things here. I thought I would just go in and show you a couple things. So before I jump over into the settings, I want to show you in the games. So I've got this stuff downloading. I want to go into the full library, and you can see if you go into your all games owned, you'll see in here any of them that are Xbox Series X. Now, this one is pre-ordered, so it doesn't show the XS here, but let me show you. If you go in here, this is an 82 gigabyte download for Call of Duty. This is the Xbox One version, not the Series X version. And make sure if you buy Call of Duty and you're planning on getting a Series X or S, you buy the next gen version, not just the $59.99 version. You need the $70 version. That will give you the other option here at 135 gigabytes to download for the Series X. So just make sure not all games automatically go over. So this was $10 more, but it gave me both editions there. So I will be pre-installing this as well and getting that ready to go. Now another one here is Borderlands. So you see how it has an XS right over there on Borderlands 3. So this has an upgrade already for you for the next gen. Xbox was really great about doing this with the One X when it came out as well. There was a ton of One X optimized titles, and let me tell you, it really did make a difference. Those texture resolutions, a little bit better load times. There were definitely things that the One X was doing right. I still enjoy the One X, and we'll be comparing it to its big brother now, the Series X, as we go. Now, let me go down here. One that I think I missed on the list of Series S and X upgrades is Mortal Kombat. So I saw the X and S here, so I'm going to download that as well. So I'll have Mortal Kombat, Watch Dogs Legion, Valhalla, and Call of Duty installed, and then we'll take a look at how much space we have left. Now, when I first booted up for space, I had exactly 800 gigabytes free for games. So the 1 terabyte was already missing 200, but that's not that surprising because we have that auto resume feature we're going to be checking out, where it dumps the RAM onto the SSD and then brings it back over when you want to launch that game. Really cool feature. PlayStation doesn't have that. They do have a faster SSD in the PlayStation that might help make up for a lot of that, but they don't have the quick resume feature. So anyways, look through your library, see what already has, and here's War Thunder has a Series S and X as well. I wasn't aware of. So check through your library and see what games might have those free next gen upgrades and start enjoying your new console, even though we don't really have release titles that show off the system's abilities yet. It's nice that they've got this going on. So let me back up here. I'm going to go into storage. Maybe let's go over here. What do we got downloading? Our Valhalla, our Watch Dogs. So I have 753 gigabytes free right now. It was 800 even when I started downloading games. So like I said, I'm going to download 4 or 5, maybe 6 games. I want to leave room for some 360 games and some regular Xbox games and kind of play around with those too. But I want to get 3 or 4 or 5 new games on here as well, ready to go. So the other thing I just wanted to go over real quick, we're not going to go into everything in this video, but make sure you know what your TV is capable of. Going into TV options, if I want to here, My TV right here is a Samsung Q8FN from 2018, one of the more popular 4K TVs from 2018. It can't do HDMI 2.1, it can't do 4K 120, but it can do 120. If I click on that, Xbox is going to know my TV can't do that at 4K, but it can do it at 1440p. This TV also has FreeSync variable refresh rate. So I will be able to take advantage of variable refresh rate, 120 hertz, 1440p. And I'll tell you, this TV has fantastic upscaling. And even if it didn't, the 1440p on a 65-inch 4K TV sitting anywhere from 6 to 10 feet away still looks absolutely amazing. And if I can take advantage of some of that higher refresh rate in games that do support it, I will definitely run 120 1440p on this TV on games that support over 60, and games that are more 4K 60 or 4K 30 like Valhalla we're going to test and Watch Dogs Legion. I will stick to 4K. So say I just want to go back to my 4K, Xbox makes this really easy. It knows what's going on. Keep refresh rate. It's going to put me back to 4K 60. Same for all of your video modes. The only difference in here, now the allow variable refresh rate, the only reason that's grayed out is I don't have it turned on my TV right now. I'm going to do that later when I test it, but I don't need to do it right now. The games we're about to test with Valhalla and all that, I don't need that turned on for this TV, but it will work on my gaming monitors and it will work on this TV. As soon as I turn FreeSync on the Samsung, that will light up. On my Xbox One X, I use variable refresh rate and all that. So we've got normal settings over here. Auto HDR is a new one, so this will auto HDR all of your games. So if you're someone like me that truly enjoys HDR in games, this is really great. I heard this feature is working really well. I don't like auto HDR features on 4K TVs. I think they're horrible. I think they don't do a good job with the picture. But from everything I'm hearing so far with this, and I'm excited to test it, is that auto HDR actually works really well on here and makes those older games look awesome. So looking forward to trying that out. Really the only differences you have in there. And like I said, just make sure what your TV is capable of. This TV I have cannot do the 4K 120, but it can do 1440p 120. So any games that can go over 60, I'll put it in 1440p. I'm also going to be hooking this up to my 1440p 165 hertz monitors quite often as well. So you have a lot of options here. PlayStation 5 doesn't have 1440p. And it doesn't have variable refresh rate. Don't get me wrong, I am super excited to get my hands on the PlayStation 5 and start playing Spider-Man and Demon Souls, testing those games out, making 4K gameplay videos and all that kind of stuff. But it is missing a few features that the Xbox has that as a PC player and PC builder are really important to me, and I hope that they add into that console experience down the road. Same setup other than that. This is the same UI from your Xbox One. So if you have an Xbox One, this is your same setup that you're used to. You got a few additional settings that you can go through. Gears Tactics is now out on Game Pass as well with Series X advancements. So of course I'm also going to be loading this game on. Man, guys, there's just going to be a lot to do over the next couple of weeks or this month, really just trying to keep up and get all of these videos out for the Series X and the PlayStation 5 and all of that, and also probably a RTX 3070 if I can get one here soon. So anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up right there. I wasn't even going to do this video, but as I was going through the settings and as I was checking my TV's abilities for 1440p 120 like I've been doing with my One X, I kind of thought I would just make this and show you guys, point out a couple of those key features that I find important in here, talk about the storage a little bit, and check for those games that are X and S on there that show they're ready for the next gen and really get the most out of your new console while we're waiting for games that will really showcase these things. Remember, the Destiny upgrades aren't coming until December 8th. So I'm not going to be testing that game on the Series X until we get those graphical updates, and then we'll test out some Beyond Light, compare it to the One X, maybe the PC, and see how that goes. All right, guys, thanks a lot for checking this out. Just wanted to get a quick one out. As soon as these games are done downloading, we'll be recording. We're going to get some comparisons out. We're going to check these load times, and yeah, we're just going to have a lot of fun testing the Series X along with all of the other services and cloud gaming and stuff I've got to test all these games on. So look forward to all that content here, guys, over the next few weeks. Thanks a lot for coming to check it out. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and leave me your comments down below. Thanks a lot for coming to check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.